So today we're going to move into the chapter of material part 2 and also merging an object. So I want to merge, or I want to insert a chair into the scene, and the way to do that is by going to the main button here, click on it, and you go to import. Alright, and without clicking on this button, you just move your cursor on top of this option, and this sub option will appear. And okay, here's the thing: import is for non-max files. Say if you want to merge or you want to insert a file that has been made in AutoCAD or SketchUp and whatnot. Merge is for the object in 3ds Max. So in this particular case, I'm going to use merge because the file that I'm going to insert is made in 3D Max. So just click on merge. Okay, so I have this file here. Just click on it and open. So you'll be driven to this option, and these are the elements or the objects contained in that file, and usually you're just going to pick all. So just click all, so it's going to be shown by all the highlighted objects here, and click OK. So now you see that the chair is inside the 3ds Max, and you can just zoom in and adjust the position if you want to. So let's just zoom in. This is the chair, and okay, so now we're going to apply the material on this chair. So let's bring up our material editor by pressing M. Okay, so I have this material editor box here, and I'm going to create a leather material for the cushion of the chair. So as what we've learned last week, you need to change from standard to Arcan Design template. So just double click or click OK, and then from here you can choose a template. See, we're gonna use leather. Select leather, and it seems that the color of the leather is black right now, and the way to change that is not by changing it here, because it won't gonna make any difference. I'm going to show you. So if I change the color to, let's see if I want to make it brown. Alright, let's find brown. It's still black. So the way to change the color is by pressing the M button here. Click on it, and you see these are the two colors that are affecting the material. So I'm going to change these two colors. I'm going to make it brown. Alright, brown. Click OK, and this one as well. Maybe a darker shade, because we're trying to create a two-tone leather. Okay, you see now it's affected. So I can go back to the parent by clicking on this button here. Alright, so okay, so now I'm going to apply this material to the cushions. Select the two cushions. Remember, press Ctrl to multi-select and just apply. So I've got the material on the cushions. Now I want to apply a stainless steel material for the handles and the legs. So let's bring up our material editor again, and for the next sphere I'm going to change this to Arcan Design. And you can either create your own material, but in this case I'm just going to use a template. So I'm just going to use Chrome, Z, and select all the details that I want to apply. The chrome material. Okay, alright. Okay, so if you want to make sure whether you've selected everything, you can just move it up. See, so it seems that we've left out two details here. So just Ctrl Z to bring it back to the original position, and maybe these are the detail that has not been selected. So just continue pressing Ctrl and select that as well. Oops. Control. Right. So okay, now it seems that we've selected everything. You can just Control Z to bring it back to the original position and apply. So yeah, I can just press F4 to turn off the grid lines, I mean the segment lines. So okay, this is a material shown inside the viewport. You can always render if you want to see the effect. Make sure that you've selected the viewport that you want to render. So click on the T port and you get your chair in the correct material. So now what if you are trying to merge an object that has been created in AutoCAD or some other software? So usually it's not going to be in different elements, in separate elements. It's going to be in a single mesh. So how do you apply material in a single mesh object? Okay, alright. So now I'm going to merge another object which is in a single mesh. Go to the main button, click on it, move to import. Remember, do not click on this. Go to merge. Alright, and this is the file. Click open. You see now the only elements inside the file is just this object 5 here. So there's only one object inside the file, but it has a multiple elements inside it. If I click OK, and usually this is going to come up because maybe the materials inside this file have the same name as the ones that we have created inside our 3ds Max file here. So usually just going to click apply to all duplicates and auto rename. That's fine. So yeah, it's inside here already, and we're just going to position it next to the other one. Alright, it's the same chair, but the difference is okay, if I select one of this chair, I'm like this one here, I'm actually selecting the particular element, which is a cushion. But if I select this one, it is the whole thing. I cannot select let's say the leg itself. It's going to be selected together with all other elements. So okay, if we have this kind of file, usually it's being created in AutoCAD or any other softwares. The way to apply different materials on different elements is by applying an edit mesh, or in this case it's already editable mesh. So we can just go to element selection here, click on it, and you'll notice that you can select each of the elements separately. So yeah, you can do that. You can just apply the materials by selecting the element. So let's see, I'm going to bring up my material editor. Okay, so now you see it's in a clay material. Alright, it's still monotonous. Everything is in a single material. I'm going to apply chrome material for the legs. I'm going to select all the legs. You see, if I bring it out, it's just the legs, right? Let's bring it back, Ctrl Z, and apply the chrome. Okay, apply it, and you'll see it's already in the chrome material. And let's make that for the handle as well, or the arm of the chair. Press Ctrl to multi-select and apply. You see, now you select the cushion and the other one and apply the leather material. Okay, so that's how you apply a multiple material on a single mesh object. Alright. Well, actually that was just a shortcut. There's another proper way to do it. There's an alternative method of applying a multiple material on a single mesh object. So I'm going to show it to you now. We're going to change the chair into its original material. So just bring on your material editor and just simply apply a standard material. Sorry about that. As you know, I'm using a crappy microphone. Anyway, okay, so we're just going to apply as a default material without having to change the standard from from standard to Arc InDesign. So just apply it. So remember that was the original material. Okay, now the way to create a multiple material for a single object is by I'm going to use a new material here. Okay, so instead of choosing Arc InDesign, we're going to use a multi-sub object. So press standard, and as I said, instead of choosing Arc InDesign, we're going to choose sub object. Now multi-sub object, double click or click OK, and this is going to pop out. Just press OK, it's fine. So okay, we have these new materials underneath one sphere. Alright, meaning that you can just apply one sphere on a chair, but actually there's a lot of other materials inside that one sphere. You see what I mean? So I'm going to show you now. I'm going to demonstrate to you now of how to do it. So you see now, each of these sphere has an ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we're going to do now is just going to apply this material. Alright, apply this material to this single mesh object. Alright, press assign. So we've just applied this sphere to this chair. Now I'm going to create I'm going to assign an ID to each of these elements. Okay, so remember that these particular objects is already in editable mesh. If it's not, just apply edit mesh on it. Okay, so having to be in editable mesh mode means that I can straight away go to selection mode and press element. So I'm going to assign the first cushion, the main cushion, as ID1. Alright, so I'm going to go down right in this editable mesh option menu. Okay, and you see this one here, which is at the bottom part of the menu. It says here material set ID1. So that's fine, but I'm just going to make sure it's going to be a material ID1, so I'm going to put 1 again and press enter. Now we're going to go to the second cushion. Alright, this one here, or the leg rest, and I'm going to assign an ID 2. So I'm going to put in 2 and press enter. So now this chair is in ID 2. Alright, so for the rest of the details, I'm just going to apply a single material. Okay, so I'm going to choose the chair handles or arms, and also the legs. Alright, and I'm going to assign an ID 3 for all these elements. I'm going to put in 3. I'm going to press enter. So now what I've done is I've assigned the main cushion as ID1, the leg rest as ID2, and the rest as ID3. So that is going to be affected whenever I change the property or the material property of each of these sphere here. So I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, right? 4 to 10 is redundant, so I can just change the number. So I'm going to go to set number. I'm just going to put 3. If you don't want to do this, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. But in this case, I'm just going to make it proper. So I'm just going to decrease the number to 3 because I only need 3 materials right now. So okay, remember that in the first material, the default the first ID, I'm going to put in okay, I'm going to press 08 default. Okay, and this is going to bring me into the standard menu, remember. So I'm going to change from standard to Arc InDesign. Press Arc InDesign, and so for these cushions, maybe I'm not going to use leather anymore. I'm just going to use a matte finish. Alright, You can also just create your own material without having to go to template if you want to. Alright, so in this case I'm just going to use the matte finish for the first material, and maybe I'm going to put in red for that. Just okay, and then okay, now I'm done with the first ID. I mean ID1 material. So I can go back to parent by clicking on this button here. Okay, so now I'm going to ID2, right? So which is going to affect the leg rest. So I'm gonna press on this one here. It's gonna bring me into the standard menu as usual. Just press standard and change it to Arcane Design. And maybe this one I'm just gonna make it a bit, or maybe I'm just gonna make a contrast. I'm gonna create a yellow color. Alright, a bright yellow. So it looks like a Lego. Anyway, just press OK. You see it automatically updates the object here because we've already assigned the material, remember, just now. So just go to parent. So we're done with ID1 and ID2. Now we're going to go into ID3, which is all the details, all other details. Okay, so I'm gonna press here and change that to Arcane Design. Okay, because all of the details in ID3 are actually meant for stainless steel materials, so I'm just going to use template and apply chrome. Alright, so you have it now. We're done. We've already used all the three materials, and we can just render to see the effect. Alright, press render. You see, that's all about it. That's all about material. Thank you.